Hello everyone, the Dark Knight here, and I've returned after my long time silence. And well, um, I tried to make this video before, but it failed with the second half not really loading up in the editing program. So I had to redo the entire video. So I'm redoing the entire video. Whoopee! Which I'm pretty sure my face will say it all. It sucks. Anyways. Floating Sandbox is a game. It's basically a sinking ship simulator, but Floating Sandbox is basically just a massive overhaul of everything that sinking ship simulator had. And if you could hear the wind sounds, that's the game itself. Which I'm pretty sure I don't need to point that out, but yeah, that's the game because there's now audio, there's clouds. I mean, physics is much more better. And you could actually change everything. Terrain now has some terrain has a texture to it, and even you have little mountains and stuff right around in here and such. But yeah, let's just get this ship sunk. This is the Endeavor as it goes by in the file. So let's just put a hole in her and see what happens. We're just gonna leave her alone and watch the water fill up. Now, as you can see, it plays just like Sinking Ship Simulator, and yeah, there's not really much to talk about it. It's just satisfying to watch the ships go under. But yeah, this liner is just going under. I mean, I wouldn't technically call her a liner. She's more of like a cruise liner. It looks like. So yeah, it seems like there's no bulkheads holding up the majority of the bow section. And there's only that one bulkhead near the aft end of the ship, but that's the only thing that's preventing water from reaching the shaft alley of the propellers and engine room. Okay, now we got the water flooding in over the forecastle, it seems. And now this entire superstructure is starting to be pulled under. But yeah, some stuff about Floating Sandbox is that not only do you have the new textures and such, but also you have more ways of destroying the ships. For instance, there's the modes on here is you can move, which means that you could move the entire ship, or just pieces of a ship that have already been severed. You could move all, which moves everything. You have smash, which smashes a hole into the hull of the ship, or anywhere you want to put a hole. Slice, you basically take a chainsaw and just make cleaner cuts. And yeah, as you can hear, I'm probably gonna turn that off because I don't want to get copyright here. Where is that? Okay, there we go. I have turned off the farewell music because that doesn't need to be there. Anyways, the tools are that you could slice, which cuts. It makes cleaner cuts in the ship, or objects you want to sink. You can grab, which just pulls the ship towards wherever you're clicking. Swirl basically just flips things around. Toggle, the toggle pin. It basically means you can pin a section to the ship and basically let it be stuck there. Flood, well, you just put water in a random section. You just hover your mouse over where you want to flood the ship at, and just water just comes in. And toggle the timer bomb. The timer bomb is basically just a bomb that you can put on the ship, and it has its own little time limit, probably about 5 seconds, and then it detonates. RC bomb, well, it's a controlled bomb. You can put it anywhere you want, and you can press a button on your keyboard and detonate it. Impact bomb means that if the ship reaches the ocean floor or it touches something, that bomb will be triggered and it will destroy the ship upon impact. Of course, the ship itself destroys itself on impact, but it does more damage when you put an impact bomb where the ship's going to hit. You have the antimatter bomb, which basically just spawns in a portal to the nether. I mean, I wouldn't say the nether, but spawns in a portal to the depths of Hades, and it sucks in the damn thing, and vaporizes it. Thanos snaps it. You can say, Wave Maker, which basically just, which we could try it out. This is Wave Maker. It makes waves, and of course that's not going to do much. It's going to do some flooding. Now let's see how the ship's doing. Oh yeah, the bow has now touched the seabed. Now that wave is going by. You know, I guess we could try out the RC bomb. Yeah, let's put an RC bomb right around probably the forward end of the funnel, or is that section of the hull and superstructure, and let it rip. There we go. And yeah, there's a massive hole in the ship now, pulling her under. You have little pieces of debris floating up, which I do like, by the way. I like that aesthetic. It's got that more realistic feel of a ship goes under when all the pieces begin to get torn off, or just pieces just float out of the ship that have been destroyed by the pressure. You know, or let's just make this a little faster and put another one near the stern. Yep, that's better. It's sort of looking like the Oceanos, the MT Oceanos. A bit. I'll put a picture up. Like when the Oceanos had sunk. Okay, back from doing a cut, but yeah, as you can see, the ship is now about to land, or fully land. The bulbous bow is already touching the seabed, and you can hear all the water flowing in. I think the ship's probably waterlogged by now at this point. It's interesting how how the majority of the superstructure is still holding up despite the damage that it's taken. I mean, at this point, it's literally almost severed from the rest of the ship. But we'll have to see what happens when the ship lands, which I'm pretty sure this is all going to disintegrate right here. And she hits. But there it is. That's her ruins. And you have all the little pieces still coming down. Now let's load up a new ship. I'll be right back. Here it is, the Titanic. RMS Titanic, as it goes by on the file. There's just an interior view. There is an exterior view, but I'm not gonna trigger that right now. But another feature I like is that this game's color palette for the ships includes light fixtures. So that means if let's say if it's darker out here, the lights will reflect. And speaking of darkness, we can toggle the darkness and have the lights showing, which I think looks pretty freaking nice. And might as well do something. Let's trigger a bomb near the boiler room. There we go. She's flooding in what appears to be boiler rooms 4 and 5. And she'll be flooding. Yeah, boiler room 3 is not flooded yet. Now we're gonna leave this ship alone and just watch it from here. and just commentate over it. Now lights are going out now. Let's make this a little darker. And there we go. The lights near the forepeak are now going under. The first funnel seems to be about to touch the water. Yep, that's coming down now. I'm not gonna detach the smokestacks like they would fall over in real life. Of course, that does happen, but I'm not gonna do that right now with this one because we're just gonna watch it purely sink just from water. Yeah, boiler room 3 is flooded. The grand staircase is now flooding. The second funnel is now being pulled under. And boiler room 4 is now, yeah, boiler room 3. Then we have boiler room 2 flooding. Yep, there she goes. The bell's swinging down, and some of the light fixtures on the grand staircase seem to have not gone out yet. And now boiler room 1 is now flooding. There's water showing up. And she's hit. And she hit the seabed, it seems. And oh wow, the bow seems to be breaking off. Power's going out. And the stern is still full of air. Okay, now we're getting that the reciprocating engine room is now flooding. I know, I just slice something off, or not slice something off, but just slice a hole in the ship, just so it will go down faster. There we go. 4 large slits. There it goes. The stern is now going under, and she'll be going down to be forgotten. And there she goes. She's landing on the ocean floor. And there it goes. Looks like a majority of the, Well, you can definitely tell that this ship's not going to be coming up anytime soon. And back again with a new ship. This is the RMS Queen Mary 2. And, yeah. One of the only, well, was one of the last remaining of the ocean liners, the transatlantic ocean liners. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put 3 bombs all across the ship and just watch them all go off at the same time. Wait, let's reset this. No, I don't want the bombs in there. Okay, we're going to put 1 here and 1 here. Now let's watch what happens. Well then, the ship seems to be the ship seemed to have been whipped. Yeah. I'll stop talking. Let's just watch the ship sink. Oh, yeah, also, this model has lights on it, so we turn the light, turn down the turn night into day, day into night. I mean, you can see all the little lights going off, but let's just turn it back into day, or at least dusk or dawn, whatever it will be. Now let's just a third one just so that this thing can go down fast. And we seem to have destroyed the generator room, because now all the power's off. She did her duties well. So this is another ship. Let me try to get the name of this vessel. It is the very 1899 by Day Cuz, and this comes with the game. It seems to be a I don't know what kind of ship this is. I think it might be a monitor of some sort, because I see the guns and I see the how it would be like a one of those interesting wartime kind of vessels, but it's definitely an old wartime kind of vessel. And so, if it's a wartime vessel, why not just, you know, do it? You're supposed to do. There we go. Sunk N2. But seriously, let's just give this ship a chance and just watch it go down normally. Alright, since this, I don't know why I always sink the ships by the bow. It just seems more natural that way. Yeah, ship's going under, the stern's rising, the bow's going down, stern's rising, and her double hull seems to be not doing good. Not doing good. Right around here, her double keel seems to be failing, and now water's now flowing into here. And there you go. The funnels are now being pulled under, and once those go down, they're gonna put a whole bunch of weight on the ship. Hopefully. Or we could do the more natural maneuver and just slice it. Just make it a little more realistic. And there we go. Sounds like the funnels are just now reaching the seabed. Yep, they are. Oh, her stern has broken off. I didn't mean it that way. But okay. I mean, it makes for some interesting stuff. Yeah, apparently the stern has broken away from the ship. And there is a fruit fly on my face. Please go away. As it stops moving. The ship seems to be going upside down. Maybe. So, it's come to the end of the video. But of course, we can't just end the video off there. We're gonna take one more vessel, and it's a ship that I've loved for all my life. And of course, you can see it in some of my YouTube history of my videos. I am an absolute fanatic of the Titanic, aka the ship you see on YouTube covered in all these clickbait thumbnails, which I'll show you right now, and it's a brief little compilation. Ugh. Anyways, it says RMS Titanic, beautiful white starliner, and we're gonna sink her according to what all the research has provided. Of course, we can't do it completely accurate, but we're gonna try. And I think my cat is now squealing its ass off. I was thinking I was gonna have lights. I'll be right back. And back. So let's read up some info. Okay. And it says right here, the RMS Titanic was a British passenger liner that was made to be quote unquote unsinkable until her first maiden voyage in 1912, and a little more than the way into her maiden trip to New York City, or New York, United States of America. She had struck an iceberg and sank to the bottom of the North Atlantic Ocean, which is 3,800 meters below sea level, where she sits this day. She slowly deteriorates over time because of the hungry bacteria eating away at a structure and hull. Scientists say she will be completely lost by the year 2030. So long, Titanic. So, what we're gonna do here is that we're gonna adjust the terrain. So, what we're gonna do here is gonna do some drilling, and we're gonna make it as flat as possible. And so, there she is, our Titanic, and we're gonna do this accurately. So, the first 4 compartments are sliced open. Of course, I probably shouldn't have done it. Well, I shouldn't have done it like that, but you get the idea. Anyways, the front 5 compartments are flooded. I mean, also this one. Yeah, not much to say. We're just gonna set it leveled on the screen. Actually, no, not gonna torture you like that. But yeah, the bow's being pulled under. The stern is currently rising. Also gonna put an RC bomb right around here because there was a report that when the ship had split in half, the second funnel blew off its foundation from some coal dust igniting. Of course, probably the water pressure would have gotten to it first, but no, an explosion happened. Well, not much of an explosion, it just sort of shot off in a ball of sparks and flames. And it fell over and smashed the gymnasium of the ship. Okay, the propellers are rising. Now, of course, bombs were not on the ship when the ship sunk. That was never a thing. If you think that, then you should probably go back to Brightside, where you came from. So the bridge is now flooding. Another compartment's flooding as well. Water's about to reach the boat deck. I mean, it's already reached the boat deck, and in a bit we'll release the first funnel. And also around this time, the piece of music "Song the Autumn" will be playing, so I'm gonna have that playing in the background while this video while you're watching the video. So yeah. And this is where the funnel comes down. First funnel collapses. The grand staircase caves in, allowing tons of water to flow into the ship. And also in the process, with the grand staircase glass don't break in, the grand staircase really lifts out of its place, and well, yeah, that happens. And then the second funnel really explodes off its foundation. Of course, maybe not that extreme though. Yeah, the ship's now splits. Yeah, the ship is separated. And so, Titanic slips beneath the waves. There we go. It's now separated. Everything just falls and breaks away. The bow heads down. Pieces of the ship really begin to tumble off as this is going on. And there she goes. And once the water pressure just gets too intense for the stern, it implodes and becomes a total mess. The galley decks and everything comes off. And this is basically what happens. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want, or you could just go ahead and leave a comment, and yeah, which you are welcome to leave a comment. But anyways, that's the end of this video, and I'll see you guys later. See ya.